I know the feather wings, that's not practical, obviously. I get it. I know. Okay? It's so fancy, so showy, easy target to get shot at, but I think he's so majestic and he's so elegant, especially how he poses with his legs all like this.
I can see you in it.
I
can see you.
Mm-hmm.
I can totally see you doing that. Welcome to Gundam Challengers podcast. I'm Vampy, and I'm so stoked about our guest today. We have YouTuber, Gunpla enthusiast, and all-around Gundam fangirl, GunplaMeli. Welcome!
Hey, I'm so excited to be here and talk about everything Gundam, of course.
I know you're really busy. You just do a lot of things. I always see that online. You're everywhere, and you're still making content. So
yes.
It's insane. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. So no complaints on my end over here.
Okay, good. I've been really excited about interviewing you because I don't think I've seen any interviews online of you. So I feel a little bit special that we're having an exclusive.
This is my first time. So you have the honor.
Yes. Well, we have the honor because everyone else that's watching right now, you guys are going to learn a lot about Melly today. So I hope you're excited. You've been making Gundam related content for a very long time now. How did you get into Gundam overall? How did you start?
Wow. Well, that's basically a trip down memory lane for me. It all started, I think I was in 5th grade.
Wow.
So I don't want to go too many into years so they can figure out how old I am.
You can.
Don't ask me how old they are. But let's just say it was when Toonami was still a thing. So this is long, many moons ago. Okay, on Cartoon Network when Toonami was a thing.
Yes.
They would play Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. I think it was Sailor Moon, then Dragon Ball, and I think it was Gundam Wing. I think
you remember the order. Wow.
Yeah, because I would skip Sailor Moon because I wasn't interested in it. I was obsessed with all the boy anime. So Dragon Ball Z. And at first, I didn't even know because I was so young.
Right.
What the heck the show was about? I mean, I was little, so all the politics went right over my head.
Right.
All I remember was just a bunch of cute boys and mechas. So as shallow as that is, Hiro Yui stole my heart. So right when I saw him as a little girl on the TV, I was like, I'm sold. That's it. I want everything that has to deal with this pilot. And all the other little boys as well. I love them.
Wow. Wow. So I love that.
That's what did it for me was Gundam Wing and how handsome the pilots were.
You know what, Melly? In Japan, Gundam Wing was primarily for the women, they said. So
really? Well, it makes sense because they would like the designs of the pilots.
Yeah. It's not for the women, but then it eventually got women to fight for that, for the Gundam fandom for women. So they really loved it as much as you did. So
I'm sure I'm not the only one. So
no, I've seen it online. It's kind of crazy because Gundam Wing did start a lot of people out with Toonami. So that's really awesome to learn. I don't think I've ever heard that from you before.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think no one's ever interviewed me. So I don't think anyone's really known what, or maybe I've stated it, who knows, on maybe from random YouTube video I've done. But yeah, it's basically was Gundam Wing that aired on Toonami, and ever since then I've been hooked.
I'm so impressed that you skipped through Sailor Moon and then you watched Gundam instead because of the I'm gonna remember that forever. You guys write notes. Make sure if you see her at a con, if you see Melly at a con, do not ask her about any kind of magical girl thing.
You know what? I did like the intro that that was a banger. I'm not gonna lie. The intro was a banger, but I just wasn't into the magical girl, so I wanted to see boys fighting each other. That's all.
That's awesome. And mecha. I mean, yeah. So I could see that. I could, now when I think about it, it's been a while, and I could see that in everything that you do when I think about it. So, but on your YouTube channel is really interesting. I mean, you've been doing it for so long. Not everyone has a dedicated Gunpla room as amazing as yours. Yeah. I've seen it everywhere. Is there anything in particular that you want to add to your collection because you have so much already?
So that's a hard question. I will give you 2 answers: a realistic answer,
okay,
and then my dream.
I like that. Okay.
So my realistic answer is yes, there is. And I just did a video about this. Is the brand new Perfect Grade Unleashed that Bandai
yes,
the new Gundam. So that's like my biggest item that I want to acquire to add to my collection. That's my realistic. Now my unrealistic, which is like my dream, if I had could pick
Okay.
right now, it would be the 112 scale Zaku.
Oh,
Finish my collection because I do have the 112 RX 78 too. But
yes.
I have
It's
yet to
beautiful.
acquire the Zaku. So I've
I
been in search of him for quite some time.
So if anyone knows, please contact Melly because she will take it. She will take it from
And I
you.
actually talked to like the CEO of
Uh-huh.
it used to be called Bluefin, but I think now they've partnered with or sold
Oh,
to
yeah.
Bandai,
Yeah.
US now. So
Right.
I actually met the CEO and he's like, "Oh, is there anything you need?" I was like, "Yeah, do you have a random 112 scale Zaku laying around in the warehouse somewhere?" And he's like, "Ah, no." I was like, "Okay, well, I shot my shot. It
You
was
were
worth
brave
it."
enough to ask. I like that you had the audacity and you're like, "Why not? I'm just gonna ask him right now. He's right in front of me."
Yeah. Yeah,
Do
if
you
there's a
have
random
one?
one laying around, I'll take it. If he's missing a limb, an arm, it's fine.
Yeah,
I can
I remember you
um,
streaming, building the, ARC 78 too, so I was really impressed because that was huge, and you still
yes,
made
yes.
it fit into the screen when you were streaming, so
He's a
that's
big
really
guy.
cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's huge, and yeah, like, your collection is amazing, so just hearing that you have goals, like Gunpla goals,
Mhm.
or just even, like, any kind of statue goals is really interesting to me. I've been very curious because you have, like, everything.
Yeah, well, not
Um,
everything, not the 112 scale Zaku, but
there we go.
thing.
Okay.
But
You had to, like, mention it
there
again.
are models I have yet to, acquire, so it's
Right.
just a
That's
never-ending
true.
hobby. There's always more
Yeah,
models coming
I
out, there's
agree.
always the obscure, out of print models I don't have either, so, I
Maybe
don't think
you
there's ever
can
gonna be a point where I have everything that I want, so
That's true. Maybe anyone listening, if you guys see this, you guys listening, make sure you hit up Melly for any of the stuff that maybe she could trade you or buy from
mhm,
you, you
yep.
know? But I also saw that you were at the Gundam Card Games Fest. You did an
Yes, I was there.
unboxing on your YouTube channel of
Mhm.
the Gundam TCG. What do you think about the game so far?
So, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played the game yet because
Mhm.
unfortunately, it's very hard to acquire the beta deck. Um,
Ah, I see.
it's still very hard to get a hold of, and you need 2 to play.
Right.
So I haven't had a chance to play it just yet, but I did unbox it and I went open up every single pack, because
Yeah,
I'm not in it to sell it, like, I actually wanted to play the game, so I opened
that's
every single
awesome.
pack that was in there, and I really like the artwork. The mechanics look
Yes.
great. I do play board games, so and I like card
Ooh,
games as well. So I'm very excited to kind of like once it fit because I don't this is just a beta. So I don't
right,
think it's officially launched just yet. So once it does,
right,
hopefully it'll be easily accessible.
right.
And then I can start playing with some of my friends that are also Gundam fans.
Yeah, cause like, you like board games and you saw the
Yeah.
Gundam board game, obviously,
Yes,
I'm
I
sure you
did.
want that.
Yes, I did. The tabletop game. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
yes. Just take my money. I'm ready. I have my money set aside because I'm getting the first
I
drop
already know it.
they come out with. So
It's
mhm.
really cool to see how enthusiastic you get about everything Gundam,
Yeah.
cause we were recently able to, work with each other, and I saw you were, you know, on point with, how much you wanted some kits. You're like, I want that," and I've never seen, I guess, maybe your reactions in real life, so it was really cool to see that. And you also travel a lot for shows, and you love to cosplay. Do you have any dream cosplays you want to make in the future?
Yeah, I've been thinking about I've made a few Gundam characters, not
Yes.
mecha suits. I made a female version of Char.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually stitched
That was
this
awesome.
whole like suit. My sister made a 3D printed helmet.
It
Like
looks
I
so
went
good.
full out for that costume. But I actually want to try making a Zaku one.
Ooh, that'd be
I
so
just
cute.
don't have I don't have that much experience in terms of, like,
Mm.
crafting, armor out of foam, but my sister said she would help me, like, 3D print some parts and things like that, so that's kind of, like, on my bucket list
I think it's
of
doable
what
for
to do.
you. I could already see it because your sister. I mean, that's really cool that your sister helps you.
Yeah.
I mean, she's also super nerdy too, right? So
Mhm.
that's really
Yeah,
awesome.
so, I
I
mean,
think
she made a wearable RX-78 helmet.
Right,
So
and you took some pictures in it too, right?
mhm.
If anyone's curious, you can always go on GunplaMeli's social media. I mean, she's gonna
Yeah.
give her plugs later, but it's all over there. So, um I do have a question. Like, what is your proudest Gundam memory? I mean, you have many memories
Yes.
within the span of Gundam. Like, do you have any proud memories that you have?
I'd have to say probably the very first time I went to Japan,
Oh,
when I went to,
cute.
Tokyo and I got to see the actual life-size ARC-78-2 Gundam in person.
Right,
That was like one thing is to see it in photos, and then another thing is to, like, experience it in person, seeing how
right,
large of a statue this is, and it's not like it's a, like, bad or, like, cheap recreation. I mean, it
right.
literally looks like it's an actual
Model kit or
Gundam.
something,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
It's insane amount of detail that that model had, and then it like I said, it's just kind of like you're like, "Oh," you look up and you're like, "Holy cow, this thing is huge," you
'Cause,
know?
like,
It looks so
really, you
good.
could just see the legs, right? You're just like, "What is this?" The shoe
Yeah.
like,
That,
everything
like,
was perfect.
and all the way up to, like, because it's so big, like, I don't think people
Yeah,
understand the size of these statues
right.
until you're actually there, and then you have the Gundam base, like, there's nothing else that compares to the Gundam base, seeing
I
that for the
feel
first
like
time.
you could live there.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
go every time I go to Japan, I go there, and I go to Japan every
Okay,
year.
I'm not
So I go
I
every
know
year
you
to the
do.
Gundam
I
base.
know I've seen you with your pictures with the bags, okay, girl? I've seen them, and I'm like, "Oh, she knows what she's gonna do in Japan, I already know."
Mhm, mhm.
So, I mean, there's so many mobile suits out there. Which ones would you pilot? Like, you can say as many as you want, but which one would you pilot?
Hmm. I'd
You can
have
take your
to
time on this.
go see, because, like, my favorite they change, it kinda depends on my mood,
Right,
like,
okay.
I have a favorite, but then it'll change something else, and it'll change something else. I mean, yes, I love Granddaddy, don't get me wrong, he's the most, like, how to say, like,
Iconic.
iconic, but I have the RX-78 the mo but I don't know, I'm trying to think how to say it in English correctly, m the most amount of models I have is
Right.
RX-78, if that makes sense, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I have
uh-huh.
dozens of RX-78 models in my collection because I love that's one of my favorite
The
designs.
classic looks.
Exactly, I
Yeah.
love that one. But I'd have to say the Gundam Wing, custom, with the feathers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just because he's so different, and yes, I know the feather wings, that's not practical, obviously, I get it, I know, okay, it's so fancy, so showy, easy target to get shot at, but he just
Yeah.
looks so majestic, and he's so elegant, especially how he poses with his legs all like
I
this,
can
and,
see
like,
you in it.
like, I could
Yeah, I can see you.
mhm, that
I
could
can
be
totally see you doing that because I feel like, yeah, everyone wants to talk about the, granddaddy, and it is iconic. But what's unique about you is that you really like specific details, which I noticed, with especially with your collection. And since you've been a Gundam fan for a very long time, very very well, since most of your life,
pretty much,
um,
it's crazy to think
yeah,
about, yeah.
it is most of your life. I mean, you're like a hardcore Gundam fan. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people watching right now, right? They don't know anything about Gundam. Can you suggest any series that they can probably check out? It doesn't have to be UC. It doesn't have to be Universal Century. It could be anything. Like, do you want to suggest anything for the viewers that you think they would like, maybe, if they're just starting out?
I think just I think the thing with Gundam is it's kind of overwhelming to get into
Right.
Gundam because there's
Mm.
so many different animes and there's different, like, timelines and,
So
like,
many.
where do I
Yeah.
even start?
Right.
And y and the original show is very old, obviously, so
Right.
it's very nice animation, don't get me wrong, but,
Yes.
some people just don't like that, that very
Right.
old school look. For me personally, it it's probably not one of the biggest shows, but I personally like is the 8th MS team.
Oh,
I just love how
amazing.
first it's easy to get into. You don't even have
Yes.
to be, like, a huge Gundam person to or know all the story and everything, like, you
Right.
can watch it on its own, and that's what I like about it.
I have goosebumps after you said that.
Yeah, like, I
I
own
literally
actual
love that.
animation cells. I have a few, 1, 2 I have, like, 5 animation cells from the 8th MS team, like
Really?
yes, that they're, like, my
Oh
my
my
babies.
gosh.
Yeah, but I would have to say it's that because it's kind of its own world, you know?
Right.
You don't have to know who Char is and new types and all this stuff. It's like it's so kind of realistic, if that makes any
Yes.
sense. Like
Mm.
it
Mhm.
I think I find it like very realistic and I like that it's 12 episodes, so
Right.
it's not like a giant commitment because which is hard nowadays. People gotta find the time to watch 50 plus
Right.
episodes. It's difficult. So I just like 8th MS holds like a dear spot, and plus it's got a little bit of like it's adventure, a little bit of
Yeah.
romance
I
tossed in,
love that answer.
so it's got a killer soundtrack. I love the mecha design, so
Yes.
I would have to say that one is probably my favorite one. And if someone's wanting a little bit more like background to the Gundam
Mhm.
franchise, and probably I would say like the Gundam Origins like prequel
Oh,
movies or
another good one. That's amazing.
movie.
Another good one. Yeah.
Is that kinda gives you, like, a big, like, info dump, basically,
Right.
for, like, the Gundam universe. So I think that one's also a very good
That's amazing.
starting
I
point.
love those suggestions because you get a glimpse of the classic too, the story and also the designs and the mobile suits are gorgeous in both. And I feel like the intro music is so catchy. I'm glad that we're not going to tell too much to our viewers. Just check it out yourself. I mean, those are
Mhm.
two amazing suggestions. Like those are some that I dearly love too. So thank you for that.
Mhm.
So since you do a lot of content, I mean, you're pumping out YouTube videos, you're recording, you're also, I mean, you're editing your own stuff too, right? Like
Yeah,
for
I'm a
YouTube.
one-man team.
Yeah, like you're pretty hardcore. Like not many people know this about you and I learned
Yeah,
this too that you do everything mostly yourself. And like
yeah.
do you have any advice for upcoming YouTube Gundam content creators in the hobby before they dive all the way in?
Like if they wanna start,
Yeah.
doing
Yeah, do
YouTube,
you have any advice for them?
I would say is just to start, just start because if you can be like, "Oh, I need to have this $1,000 camera, I need to, like, do
Oh,
this," and, it's like,
okay.
just start with what you have. You can even use your cell
True.
phone and just start making content. Like, for me, the biggest problem was talking in front of a camera. It was so awkward. I mean, it's like
Really?
it's easy when you think about it, but when you actually have to sit down
That makes
and
sense.
talk,
Yeah.
if you're like, it's
I
so
feel you
it's
on that.
awkward. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with speaking in
Right.
front of a camera. And it's just the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and then you start to kind of develop your own kind of like system on how to do things, if
Mhm.
that makes any sense. And
That's
then it's
really
just
good
about
advice.
being kinda, like, true to your own like, I don't always agree, with some other reviewers, I just kinda put my
Right.
opinion, like, if I don't like a kit, I don't like it, even if everybody
Yeah.
else likes it, I just don't
Right.
like it, So, it's kinda like, my reviews
So
are pretty
stay
straightforward
true to
and simple,
yourself, right? Stay true to yourself and make sure you
you know?
enjoy the content you're making, right?
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
love that
You don't
answer.
have to be like a
Mm.
professional. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that
Right.
if you're able to like put in hours and hours of work into like painting and doing the things that, but for me,
Mhm.
I just don't have because I work full time. I don't have the time
Right.
to just pour, you know, 20, 50, 20, 25, 30 hours into paint because sometimes kits require a lot between
Yes.
prepping and
Right.
priming and sanding and then doing multiple
It's a
layers of
lot.
paint.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I don't have unfortunately, I don't have the time to do all that. So it's kind of
Mhm.
just like, again, you just do what you like, record it, and just put it out there and keep putting out more and more videos. And then eventually you'll start to kind of gather like a little audience of people rooting for you and following you.
Aw, that's amazing
Yeah.
'cause, as big as of a YouTuber and content creator as you are with the Gundam fandom, hearing that I'm sure is motivating for a lot of people because you gotta start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
So
And it took
s
time. Like,
mm,
I started making videos and I had like the smallest, like 10, 15, 20 people, and then I grew to 30. And it took years before my channel
wow.
got big, and for the first few years, it was not
Mhm.
big at all, but I just did it for fun, like, this is just, like,
Right.
for me, a way to, like, kinda de-stress, so I didn't really bother me, I just kept putting out videos, my own little random tutorials I would do, and then just
Yeah.
even more, my channel just kind of skyrocketed, and then
Yeah.
it is where I'm at now.
Very inspirational. I feel like a lot of people, they get stuck in their head a lot and they're nervous to post. And for you to say that and, just coming from like a few people to where you're at now is very inspiring. And I think that, just like GunplaMeli said, just put it out there. I think that's
Exactly,
gonna
and the
be
more Gundam on YouTube or in the internet, the better is the way I see it,
Yes, you're right. You're
because that
right.
means more views for Gunpla, because
Yes.
when I think about it, in the
Mhm.
beginning when I got into the hobby, it was, like, non-existent.
You're right. It
Very
was very small.
Yeah, and
And
this
you
was
were the
like
first ones that I actually found, and I was like, "Wow, there are other women that
oh,
love
yeah.
this stuff." And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
really fun to find, even though you live further away from me, it was really cool. Wish
Mhm.
you were closer, but in California,
Yes.
but someday. But like I feel like since you know a lot about, I mean, you're in the YouTube space, you're in content creation everywhere on Instagram, just wherever you show your work and your art and your content. You probably meet a lot of people. I'm really curious, are there any candidates that you think, or just people in general that you really like in the Gundam space that might be interesting for the show? Because I mean, I feel like you know a ton of people after years and years of doing this.
So, I don't know many I know of content creators,
Yeah,
but I don't know them personally, if that makes any
right.
sense.
Do you have any are
Um,
you a fan of any of them that
I
you
am actually,
think?
I follow a bunch, and if I
Mhm.
would have to give a recommendation, it would be to, a channel named Otaku Builder.
Ooh,
Um, so I
Otaku
think he's
Builder.
actually based in California, but don't quote
Wow,
me. I do
okay.
follow him. I think his content is fantastic. So,
Oh,
how I was
that's
saying I don't have
great.
the time to paint, do anything, he does that, and his work is just phenomenal. So if anyone
Oh,
is, like, new or I highly recommend checking out his YouTube
oh,
channel, and he has
nice.
Instagram as well. His work is just but I mean, I'm talking about, like, the Gundam Cup,
Right.
kind of, like, that's how high level his stuff is.
Oh, but I mean,
So
just hearing you be a fan of someone like that just shows me that if you had more time, you would be doing it too.
I
So,
would. It's
yeah, yeah.
motivating when I watch his stuff, I watch his videos like, "Oh
Right.
my god," I should bust out my airbrush,
Maybe
and
someday you guys can have a collab,
um,
You never know. You never know.
that would be cool, that would be cool, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend, I think he'd be a great
I'm gonna
person
check
for
him
him to
out
be on
too.
the
Thank you for
podcast.
that. I'm gonna check him out too. All right, we have gotten to the segment in which we will have a Gundam challenge for our guest, GunplaMeli. We will ask a Gundam related question, and Melly has to answer correctly for a super secret special Gundam prize to be
Ooh,
sent,
I'm scared, okay.
yes, to your house. So if you win this on Gundam Challengers, you're gonna have a
A 112 scale
surprise.
Zaku? 112 scale Zaku?
Who
No? Okay.
knows? It's a super special secret Gundam prize.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
mean, I'm not saying it is, but
Okay.
here's the question. Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
So, what is Char Admiral also known by? What are his other names? You can say nicknames, you can say
Okay.
what else he's known as.
I will say that he goes by another name known as Quattro.
Oh!
I had sunglasses, I put them on, but I don't have any sunglasses on me, so
It's okay. I mean, you are a fan of him, and also, Quattro Begina is definitely the answer, and is Zeta. So we love Zeta over here. So you got it. Congratulations, Melly. Of course you got it.
I'm
I
expecting large boxes. Large boxes to show up at my
Hey,
house, okay? I'm coming for you.
it's not me that's sending it. So do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? I hope it is. Um Melly, that's a lot. I kind of want that too, but you're probably gonna get
I
it before
know,
me.
that's only like $20,000, no big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, this is no problem. I mean, you have one already. You need a matching one. So, you
Exactly.
gotta have both. But before we head out, this is great. I had so much fun. Hopefully you had a good time.
Of course, always have a
Um
great time with you.
Yeah, I had a great time. I mean, I feel like people are going to be able to learn more about you through this podcast. And how is everyone watching going to find you online? Like, is there any websites that you often go on and post? Please plug them now. We want to
Yeah,
know.
of course, you could always check out, obviously, my YouTube channel, that's where I post all my content, and then my Instagram if you like to see me little snippets of my daily life, I would say follow me on Instagram, but the big one is definitely check out my YouTube channel.
Yes, GunplaMeli once again, and you can just like if you forget or something, you can rewatch this podcast and write down all the notes, and you know it's just been really great, Melly, because you've been doing this for so long. So, and you're one of our first guests. So thank you so much for being here at Bandai Namco's Gundam Challengers podcast, where we bring huge Gundam fans to talk about their fandom and possibly win cool prizes. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for our next guest. This is Vampy and
GunplaMeli.
Signing off. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.